The man
This
has
is
his
my
hand on the
yard.
back of your neck.
You
He
understand?
is pressing your face toward the tray. The cafeteria is watching. You can feel his index finger on the C3 vertebra, the third cervical, the one that, if displaced correctly, produces immediate loss of motor control in the left arm and a collapse of the supporting musculature in the shoulder. You know this because you have studied the geometry of the human body for 11 years. You do not move. Not because you cannot, because you are deciding. But we need to go back 7 days, because the hand on your neck is not where this started. It is where it arrived. And before we go further, if you're new here, subscribe. This channel goes places most people only see from the outside. Hit the bell. Now let's go. 7 days earlier, you stepped off a white bus at the intake processing facility with your wrists chained to a belt loop and a number that would replace your name. You have been in difficult rooms before. Rooms where the geometry of bodies told you everything you needed to know before anyone said a word. The intake room is long and white and fluorescent. 22 men standing in a line. You do not look at faces. You look at posture. Third man from the left. Right shoulder sits 4 centimeters higher than the left. This is not tension. This is the accumulated memory of a dominant right fighting stance, compressed into muscle over years. He has been in real fights, possibly many. Fifth man from the right. Weight shifted permanently to the outside of the right heel. Old ankle damage, compensation gait. He will be slow to the left. 11th man, directly beside you, completely relaxed, eyes unfocused, breathing through the belly. He is either meditating or dangerous, possibly both. You know what you could do. That is not the same as doing it. You have practiced Bajiquan, the fist of the 8 extremes, for 11 years under a teacher who trained in Guangzhou, Hebei province, where the system was codified in the 18th century during the Qing dynasty. The system was not designed for tournaments or demonstrations. It was designed for close quarters elimination. The personal bodyguards of Pu Yi, the last emperor of China, were Bajiquan practitioners. So were the personal bodyguards of Mao Zedong. The same system, opposite sides of history, the same function. Stand close to a powerful man and end any threat before it completes its first movement. This is what you know. This is what no one in this room knows you know. The intake officer assigns you to Housing Unit 4B. The walk is 170 yards through 3 electronic gates. You walk slowly, not because you are nervous, because you are reading the environment. The cameras are mounted at the top left corner of each gate. The blind spot in the corridor is at the midpoint between gates 2 and 3, where the wall angles 20 degrees inward. You note this. You note everything. Not because you plan to use the information, because your body stopped being able to not notice 11 years ago. On the second day, he finds you. He is 6 feet 3, approximately 250 pounds. His forearms are covered in tattoos that extend to the knuckles. His walk is deliberate, each footfall a performance, a declaration of territory. His right shoulder leads by half a step, dominant right, accustomed to initiating with the right hand. He approaches you in the corridor outside the day room and stops at a distance of 18 inches. 18 inches is inside conversational space and outside touching space. It is a precisely calculated ambiguity. It says, I am close enough to act. I have not acted yet. What will you do with this information? You look at the space slightly to the left of his face, not at him, not away from him. This is called indirect regard. In Bajiquan training, you learn to track movement in your peripheral field while denying the aggressor the confirmation of your attention. He is reading you. You are reading him. He does not know he is doing both. He says, "Wrong corridor, fish."
Is that understood?
You say nothing. You take one step to the right and continue walking. This is the correct response. Not because you are afraid, because the confrontation he is offering has a fixed value, and the cost of accepting it today exceeds the benefit. You have a sentence to serve. He has a reputation to maintain. These are not the same problem. You know what you could do. That is not the same as doing it. On the third day, you watch him train in the yard. He lifts heavy. He is strong in the way that untrained strength is strong, in straight lines, along predictable vectors. His squat is deep, but his knees track outward, placing load on the lateral ligaments. His bench press locks out with the right arm 30 milliseconds before the left, confirming the dominant right pattern established on day 2. When he walks between sets, he keeps his hands loosely open at his sides. This is a trained behavior. It means someone taught him to keep his hands ready. Someone with some knowledge then, not no knowledge. But here is what you see that he cannot. His center of gravity sits high. He carries his weight in his chest and shoulders. Bajiquan is built around what is called Liu Da Kai, the 6 major openings, 6 points of structural entry into the human body. The first opening is the chest itself, specifically the sternum and the costal arch beneath it. A correctly structured elbow strike to this point does not require force. It requires angle. The body does the rest. His high center of gravity is not a strength. It is a lever. You file this and return to your cell. On the 4th day, he escalates. You are in the cafeteria at table 4, where you have sat since the first evening. You are eating rice. The tray is metal. The spoon is plastic. The light above you is fluorescent and buzzing at a frequency that you have learned to stop hearing. He comes from behind. His hand lands on the back of your neck and presses down, not violently, not yet. The gesture is calibrated. It says, "I can do this and you cannot stop me." Every man in the cafeteria is watching. This is not a confrontation. This is an audition. He is not testing whether you will fight. He is demonstrating to the room that you will not. You feel his index finger on the C3 vertebra. You feel the distribution of his weight as he leans forward. His center of gravity moving to a point directly over your left shoulder, which places his right side unguarded and slightly elevated. The 6 openings. You can see the first 2 from where you are sitting. You are deciding. Your teacher, a man who spent 40 years in Kangzhou, learning and teaching the system, told you something on the last day you trained together. He said, "The men who have not been trained will fight to show they can. The men who have been trained will fight only when there is no other door. And the men who have truly trained will find a door where others see only a wall." You think about your sentence. You think about additional charges. You think about the distance between this table and the exit, which is 40 feet, and the 3 cameras between here and there, and the guard at Station 2 who is looking at his phone. You stand up slowly. His hand stays on your neck for 1 moment, then releases. Because you are standing, and the angle is wrong now, and he did not plan for you to stand slowly. He planned for you to flinch. Flinching would have confirmed his story. Standing slowly tells a different story. You pick up your tray. You look at him directly for the first time, not at the space beside his face, at him. This is called full regard. In Bajiquan theory, you offer full regard only when you have made a decision. You have not made the decision he expects, but you have made one. You say, "I'm finished eating."
Required of me at this
You take your tray to the return slot and you walk back to your cell. He stands in the cafeteria for 4 more seconds before his audience disperses. 4 seconds is a long time to stand in silence in front of 47 men. On the 5th night, you do not sleep. This is not anxiety. You have learned to distinguish between the two. Anxiety is noise. This is signal. You are processing the week. In Bajiquan training, there is a practice called Zhan Zhuang, which translates roughly as standing like a post. You stand still, perfectly aligned for extended periods, sometimes hours. The purpose is not physical endurance. The purpose is the removal of extraneous movement, thought, and intention until what remains is essential. A post does not decide to hold the roof. It simply holds. You stand in your cell at 2 a.m. in the reduced illumination that never fully goes dark, and you practice Zhan Zhuang. Your cellmate has learned to not comment on this. The system of Bajiquan carries a code that was transmitted orally for generations before it was written. The code has many variations across lineages, but the core instruction has remained consistent. Teach only those who are worthy. Use only when there is no other door. Never demonstrate for the sake of demonstrating. The body that knows what it can do and chooses not to is more powerful than the body that acts without knowledge. You know what you could do. That is not the same as doing it. But the days between knowing and doing are running out. On the 6th day, he makes it simpler. He takes your commissary. Not by stealing it. That would require stealth. He walks to your cell during open period, picks up the 3 ramen packets on your shelf, and holds them. He looks at you. He is giving you a choice between an object and a confrontation.
Don't make me ask again.
You know that the ramen is not the point. The ramen is the declaration. It says, "The hierarchy has been established. I can take from you." You look at the packets. You think about your teacher. You think about 47 men in a cafeteria watching 4 seconds of silence. You say, "Keep them." He leaves. You sit on your bunk. You do the calculation that your teacher taught you to do before any engagement. What is the cost of action? What is the cost of inaction? And which cost can you afford to pay twice? Because every choice in a confined system echoes. The yard remembers. The block remembers. The sequence of choices becomes your biography in this place, and you will live inside that biography for the length of your sentence. The cost of action today: probable additional charges, extended sentence, escalating conflict. The cost of inaction today: 3 ramen packets and continued assessment of your tolerance threshold. He will return. That is certain. The question is what he returns to. On the 7th day, he returns to the yard. He has brought 2 other men. This is new information. 2 men means he has escalated his interpretation of the situation. He no longer sees you as a tolerance test. He sees you as a resolved problem, something he has already solved, coming back to collect the remainder of the solution. They form a loose triangle at a distance of 12 feet. This is a practiced formation, not professional. The spacing is uneven. The left side man is standing too close to the wall, which limits his lateral movement, but practiced. Someone has done this before. Probably the man in front. 12 feet. He will need 3 steps to reach you. You will need 1.5. You think about the last thing your teacher said to you before you left Kangzhou for the last time, years before this yard, years before this number on your wrist. He said, when the door closes, you don't mourn the door, you find the wall. The man on the left takes a step. What happens next takes less time than this sentence takes to read. This is not a figure of speech. The clinical literature on trained close quarters response documents reaction to completion intervals of 0.3 to 0.8 seconds for practitioners at advanced levels. In that window, the Liu Dakai system identifies the first available opening, commits structural mass, not muscular force, structural mass, to a single point of contact. And the body at the receiving end does what bodies do when their structural load is disrupted at a primary node. It sits down. Then it does not get up. You did not strike the man who started it. You struck the geometry. The man was inside the geometry. You stand in the yard. Your breathing is unchanged. This is not composure. Composure is the management of disturbance. This is the absence of disturbance. The system worked the way the system was designed to work, without drama, without escalation, without demonstration. The two other men look at each other, then at the man on the ground, then at you. You are looking at the wall on the far side of the yard. A post does not decide to hold the roof. You turn and walk back to the block. You think about the courtroom from years ago, the DUI that opened the file, the traffic stop that started the sequence. Each step small and survivable. Each step leading here, to this yard, to this number, to this decision. The yard does not ask why. It only registers the result. You know what you could do. Now they know too. If this one stayed with you, share it. Subscribe if you are new here. Every week, this channel goes somewhere most people only see from the outside.